are some things that you did not know about Lumber Tycoon 2. The Rosia Flamma pumpkin is actually misspelled to what it was originally called. One of the creators of Oaklands and used to be Woodmill Incorporated, not the same game, Oaklands is separate from Woodmill Incorporated. He used to be known as Colt, but now he is known as Luck Fire. He created the Rosia Flamma pumpkin when he was a little boy, and he was pretty shook to see that it was put into Lumber Tycoon 2. But when Defaultio put it in Lumber Tycoon 2, Defaultio misspelled the pumpkin. It is spelled Rosia Flamma pumpkin, 2 M's and an A, well, the E before the A. How it is actually spelled is Rosa Flamma pumpkin, or maybe it's pronounced Rosa Flama pumpkin. Anyways, it is usually spelled R-O-S-A-F-L-A-M-A and then pumpkin. But Defaultio misspelled it. It will be forever spelled Rosia Flamma pumpkin, most likely, in Lumber Tycoon 2, and that's what I'll refer to this as. But its origin is actually called Rosa Flama pumpkin. Another one of the developers, called Kinder, added in the Rosa Flama quartz because of my pure love for the Rosia Flamma pumpkin and my overhyping of it. It's a true story. The gift of good health was added to Lumber Tycoon 2 in 2018. Inside it is a bowl. Now that texture that you just saw in Heath Haskins' Code Primates video was the original texture of the gift of good health. The gift, unfortunately, at a time and point, lost its texture. That's the original texture again. As suggested in Electrotech's video right there, the gift of good health got its texture back, but now has a new texture. This has happened in 2022. I think a thing that, a lot of people know, and it's not exactly the most rare thing, but just in case if you didn't know, for all you new LT2 players, there actually is a gift confusion swap kind of deal, all right? The noob head with the green wrapping has a purple noob head inside. The noob head with the purple wrapping has a green noob head inside. And the funniest thing is that one of the noob heads was released one year and had the wrong color noob head inside, and then all the LT2 players had to wait in confusion an entire year until the present with the color of the noob head that's in the wrong noob head wrapping came out with the color wrapping that, the color noob head that was the color wrapping that obtained the wrong color noob head the year before. Now that's a lot to say. Actually, I probably should put these in my shop so that, it could give people a clue. So I don't have to keep saying it in chat or live stream or whatever whenever I sell these items. Next to this green noob head here, another thing that you might not have known about Lumber Tycoon 2 is that the tire present, I forget what it was called in the shop, but it was sold in Christmas of 2020. It was sold in the boxed cars shop. I was there. I remember stocking up on it a couple years ago during online classes. I was in my math class and I was listening to my math teacher go over the equations whilst I was turning these presents to their side and fitting them into the truck. Anyways, this is the very first gift that was added to Lumber Tycoon 2 that you could roll. Well, I should say item, because in November of 2022, the apple pie was added, making it the second circular present that you could roll. There. As shown in this legendary YouTuber's clip, one of the pies will actually get loose and go all over the base. Oh, actually, I thought it rolled. It actually went loose like a disc. Okay, never mind. Why? I shouldn't have put that in this video. Oh well. Never mind, we can still use this footage, because right here, a couple apple pies are seen rolling out of my truck. The moment they got out of the truck, they rolled. The legendary Wide Gift of Stone, as possibly seen overhyped in the legendary Big Stone buyout, is also another present that can roll, and the third present, and it was added in December of 2022. Sorry, I should say item. But speaking of items, this item does not count as a circular item that can roll. Yes, it is circular. Yes, it could roll. Well, no, wait, what am I saying? No, it can't really roll at all. I mean, maybe if you, like, completely stood it up like this. Nothing. Does not roll. And it's not even a complete circle. I mean, maybe its hitboxes, but it's not a circle. It's a pan. It's a pan look. So this item does not count at all. Back to the pies. Did you know that these items were added into fancy furnishings in 2022, a complete night early before they were really supposed to be released? They were uninteractable, but all you could do is just look at them. Like I said a second ago, these items were unmovable, uninteractable. They were just put in their actual spots. Electrotech, as he is showing here, is saying that he actually designed the apple pie. So that is why he knew so much about the apple pie before it actually was interactable the next day. Yes, do not forget about the candy bag incident that happened last year. I will talk about it in a second here after I get this candy bag up, not freaking before. All right, so last year, the blue candy bag released in mid-October 2022. For about several hours after its releasing, when you picked up the item, it said green candy bag. And when you bought it, it looked like a blue candy bag, but it was as if you were buying a green candy bag. Tom! Get your eyes checked! After you would buy the item and load it up to your base, it would still be a blue candy bag. But if you opened it, it would be a green candy bag. And then it would function just like a green candy bag. Also, if you reloaded your base, all the supposed blue candy bags would turn into green candy bags. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend this legendary Miss Candy Bag event. A popular YouTuber that has over 100,000 subscribers that posts a lot of Lumber Tycoon 2 videos, known as Bunny Films, actually posted a video on the blue candy bags, but thought it was a green candy bag the entire time. He must have forgotten that the green candy bags were released in 2021. I don't know why the items are teleporting now. That's ridiculous. Did you know that any candy cane variant and all of the candy cane variants were all the easiest item to stock up on in Lumber Tycoon 2 stock up season? My memory is a little bit dusty, so you have to be aware with me, all right? But I remember seeing in a video that the candy cane presents were actually put right here or something, and then right down there. And I think the yellow candy cane presents were also put right here, as well as the green ones. If not, they were probably put a little back here. Regardless, they were the easiest item to stock up on, even before the item instant respawning that happened in summer of 2022. The best update to Lumber Tycoon 2 of all time. The best because that makes stocking up so much quicker. Players can get so many more stock up season items in the same amount of time, thus letting them become much richer due to stock up season being the fastest way you can become rich. I've heard that some people will buy a truckload of axe presents for 20 million and not even question about it twice. Let's pretend there's candy canes here. What you do is you just grab it, put it on here. Now, for all the years before 2022, you just grab, put it here, and then you go on here, buy a couple, and by the time you're done buying all 8 of them, the first 1, 2, 3, 4 start respawning. Therefore, the non-instant item respawn did not really bother you back then. Nowadays, with the instant item respawn, which there is not a candy cane present for any of the years that there was instant item respawn, which you know, last year was the first year, and there was no candy cane variant last year. But if there was, it probably wouldn't be much faster for stocking up, besides the fact that you can multi-purchase. Maybe that would speed up things. Yeah, that definitely would speed up things a couple seconds and stuff. Sorry, like I said, my memory is a little bit dusty. For 2021, there actually was multi-purchase, but not instant item respawn. So you were actually able to put multiple of the yellow candy cane on the shelf, or well, on the counter, and then buy it and then come back. And yeah, that's pretty much the fastest that you can stock up in the candy cane presents, even with instant item respawn, because like I said, instant item respawn did not, the lack of instant item respawn did not affect the speed of stocking up on these candy cane presents. And there's one thing that I forgot to mention. They cost under 150 lumber bucks each when they were in the store. That is the best item to stock up on. So if there's a candy cane variant this year, which I'm guessing is blue or orange, go stock up on it. Or maybe there will be a purple one or a pink one. Does not matter. Go stock up on it this year if there is one this year. Speaking of one of the words that I use frequently in this video, stock up season. Did you know that I am the creator, or at least the person that started the trend of people saying the word stock up season? I came up with those words. I mean, maybe someone else did, but all I know is that I started calling stock up season because it's the only noun word that is known that you could call the months of October, little bit of time in November, and the month of December, time of limited items in Lumber Tycoon 2. In October of 2022, Apton found my channel, and he actually picked up the word stock up season, and he started saying it in his videos. And sometimes you'll even see that phrase in other people's videos, like Bricky Beast, except for some reason Bricky Beast called it stocking up season. Bricky Beast, it's not called stocking up season, it's called stock up season. Did you know that Dallas and the Bone bought these two items from JB's gift shop, and still, after 2 weeks, has not ever come to pick up the items? Dallas and the Bone, pick up the items! Here's a more common one. Did you know that the Fire X present is by far the most duped item? And if not, the eyes probably are. I took this one from Electrotech. Did you know that the year these presents were released, which I'm pretty sure is 2018, these were at first on sale for 622,000 lumber bucks right in Fancy Furnishings, but then hours later was turned down to 122,000 lumber bucks, and that remained for many years actually a couple of years only, the highest priced stock up season item in Lumber Tycoon 2 in the store. But in 2022, the snowmobile took its place at 130,000 lumber bucks. Every single year, there is a new axe present added to Lumber Tycoon 2. Each of these have one thing in common. They're kind of like skinny and tallish with the same figure look. They have ribbons and bows that look exactly like this. And obviously, they have a boxed axe inside of it, and then you open the boxed axe, and you get an axe. Out of all of these presents, this one is from 2015. This one is from, well, this is the Fire Axe present. That's just what people call it, not the official name, I don't think. This is, I'm pretty sure this is the Tall Gift of Candy Cane Stripes, unless that one over there is called that for some reason. I'll just say the improper names. This is the Candy Cane Axe Gift. From 2016. This is the Chicken Axe Gift from 2017. This is the Gingerbread Axe Gift from 2018. This is the Rusty Axe Gift from 2019. This is the Cave Crawler Axe from, well, actually, I remember the name, the Deeply Earth present from 2020. This is the Murky Gift of Goo from 2021, the Overgrown Axe, the Zombie Goldwood Axe present, and this is the Frost Axe present, Gift of Deep Cold or something like that, or Damp Deep Cold, and like I said, from 2022, and has the Frost Axe inside. 5 of these 8 axe present gifts have axes inside that are specialty for a certain type of wood. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Walnut wood from across the bridge. the legendary and well-known Ice/Frostwood that I get all the time on this YouTube channel. This one for Firewood, Lava Wood. This one for Blue Wood, Cave Crawler Wood, and this one for Golden Zombie Wood. The ones that are specialty for a certain type are useless on all other woods except for this one. This one's actually somewhat decent. I think so, at least. There are 2 axes that are absolutely terrible. In fact, I don't even think the candy cane axe can chop on any wood. If I'm wrong, then don't quote me here, all right? And this one is also terrible on all woods, all right? The chicken axe present is pretty much the best axe in a Christmas present that's, good overall. Also, did you notice that the ribbon was changing? The Frost Axe gift from 2022 is the only present that has a color-changing bow that changes color from night to day. The order that these presents are in are from shortest to tallest. And surprising enough, this is the only present that can't fit under a shelf. I had to literally press E to move to get those under there, all right? But actually, I shouldn't have said surprising enough, because the real surprising part is that this holds the smallest axe of all the axes. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know if this is the biggest axe out of all the axes in axe presents, but alls I know is that it's definitely much bigger than the gingerbread axe. Also, someone should definitely make a little video where they have like the little presents talking to each other and comparing like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, you're crap, you can hardly do anything. Like this one would be the one that goes, I can't do anything. This one will be like, I'm good at a lot of stuff and I have a specialty wood, I think I'm the best. And then this one will be like, well, I can chop the best wood, second best wood to grind. You can use me to chop the second best wood to grind. Phantom Wood's number 1, but it's a hassle to get. The same thing as the axe presents, there is also a different noob head present for every single year that there has been stock up season items. Also, I don't know if these are all the same size. I am not doing size like I did for these, all right? It's not that significant. So first we have the OG yellow noob head from 2015, red noob head from 2016. You already know what this in the present looks like. We saw it earlier this video. The green wrapped noob head that has the purple noob head inside, as you can see here, from 2017. Then a year later, in 2018, that noob head released, purple wrapped, and that's inside it, all right? In 2019, the blue noob head, the light blue noob head released. By the way, I literally just started playing this game right when this present was in stores. I literally remember seeing it in stores, but I never thought to stock up on it. Big school emojis moment. The pink eyelash noob head from 2020, the orange sad noob head from 2021, and the gray confused noob head from 2022. Out of all these noob heads, let's open them real quick. Yellow box, yellow noob head. Red box, red noob head. These were already opened. Blue box, blue noob head, well, light blue. Pink box, pink noob head. Orange box, orange noob head. And for some reason, the ones that are newer, this could be a server bug, but for some reason, the ones that are newer, like, are opening like that, but the older ones didn't. Maybe that's a bug, or maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Out of all these noob heads, and it is very easy to see, these 5 are the same from 2015 to 2019. But from 2020, 2021, and 2022, all 3 of these years, and also all 3 of the years that I stocked up a lot in Lumber Tycoon 2, there were actually different face designs added from the normal smile face. Did you know that the newest noob head from 2022 is the only noob head that you could see if you could only see in black and white? Alongside of some other presents like this tire present, the tall gift of stone, and the wide gift of stone. This one was added in 2020, and the other 2 I just mentioned were added in 2022. All these noob heads have something in common. Put it like this, bounces back up. It can also go onto the back of the truck. All right, same drill. Every single year, all 8 of the stock up season years, there was also a ball present released every single one of the years. Red ball, 2015. Blue ball, 2016. Green ball, 2017. Purple ball, 2018. Yellow ball, 2019. Teal ball 2020, black ball 2021, and orange ball 2022. Out of all these presents, as you can see here, it has a very similar design. White background and a color. This one has a teal background and then just has some black spots and, spots that are the same color as the background. Same thing for this one, except with a purple background, and no purple spots on this one. But then in 2022, the original design for just the white background for a ball present came back. Each of these have numbers. What people will do every single year, including myself, is they will wake up early or whatever time it opens for you. There's like depending on your time zone, there is a time that the servers refresh and everyone comes on right when the server starts for Christmas morning, because you can't open Christmas presents that are in the stores until Christmas Day. So a lot of people get on to try and get the lowest number ball. All right, so if we open all of these, this one is 963,000. I thought it was at 1 million. This one is at 782,000, so that means 782,000 of them were open. Same thing for the last one, but like for that number. Then 391,000. All right. 239,037. I forgot to read those other numbers, but I'm not going back. Like the end of those numbers. 206,414. 217,228. 173,928, and then 100,474. I'm proud to say that I actually have the orange ball number 100,000. I also got orange ball number 69, but I sold it to a legendary person named They Hate Ray. Out of all of these, you see that there's like a decline in how many have been opened. And except for this one is the only ball, like this is the only step from this one to this one is the only step that there was more of this opened. Maybe because it was quarantine year. Then it goes lower and then lower. My prediction for this year's axe present will be a banana wood axe or a yellow wood axe. So it'll be another yellow looking present like this, but it'll look different. For the noob heads, my prediction is either a black noob head. Obviously, there would have to be white eyes and a white smile or some kind of face because, you wouldn't be able to see if it was like this. Or a rainbow noob head, which would be pretty cool. But I think Defaultio should wait till 2024 or a future year when there's not really many color options left. And for the balls, it's very easy to say white ball. And then have like the little number on it be in black text so that people can see it. Did you know that the sack of bread from November of 2022 is the only other item that can be opened and have items spilling out of it besides all of the candy bag variants? The green candy bag, the OG candy bag from 2018, the beige candy bag, I guess some people call it, the blue candy bag from 2022, and the purple candy bag from 2020. This one is from 2021. Did you know that there is a wire called the pink wire? It is rare and it could sell for a lot. This item was put into Lumber Tycoon 2 for about 15 minutes and then was very quickly taken out. But there's also different wire types that are in all year round, like white neon wire, and are in all the time and are not going to get taken out after 15 minutes. People have duped these like absolutely crazy. This is the purple one. This is the pink. This is how you tell the difference. Actually, it's magenta. Hold on. Or no, violet. I thought it was magenta. So then there's violet, and then there's pink. But I think Defaultio got rid of pink because violet looks enough like pink. There is just no wire that glows super bright and pink like that except for that one. I guess it was just never taken out of the files. As of right now, there are 3 known YouTubers in the Lumber Tycoon 2 community that have specific number signatures. Apton was the first one to start it, and then I copied Apton, and I give out 1K subscriber signatures. If you want one, DM me. The third person is way lesser known and not even considered to be an LT2 YouTuber, but does upload and stream LT2 content, Dallison the Bone. Also very well known on the channel DRAGMOTOXBOSS. Did you know that Badlands Chugs is the only YouTuber that did an honest review of the Grimace Shake and did not do some crazy meme trend of where he spits out the Grimace Shake and acts all weird? Partially obvious, did you know that the mystery box item added in October of 2022 is the only item that if you open it, you literally lose it? And if you open it at night, it'll literally create this cloud of just darkness that just moves your stuff and kills you. Did you know that the snowmobile present is one of 2 presents in Lumber Tycoon 2 that obtains a vehicle-like structure inside? But this is the only present that contains a drivable vehicle inside. The legendary, well-known snowmobile. I don't actually have the spawner here. What happened? It also has a pink variant right here, thus making it the only item in Lumber Tycoon 2 that contains something that could be turned into pink. The rest of them are just normal vehicles that are in the shops all year round. I don't actually have any sleigh presents, but for the sleigh presents, they are the only item that is a trailer-like structure in a present, in an item. I'm not going to go as far and bombard you by saying, did you know that the golden brass is the only item that has the noise effect? No, I'm not going to go that far. Did you know that if you buy the Super Bridge Game Pass, you'll never be able to lower the bridge with the eye in front of it that allows you to get N times wood? The Cherry Meadows is probably the most unused and the most unthought about biome. If people want cherry wood, they normally just get some normal cherry trees that could be found round in the mainland. They usually don't go all the way back here, except for me. I mean, I know that I like to go back to the Cherry Meadows. I mean, I want to get some use out of this biome. It's pretty cool. It's a little biome. It has the same music as the mainland. It looks like the mainland. It's just like a little sub area. I really like it. There are only a few ways of death in Lumber Tycoon 2. One is going into the volcano and landing in the lava. Another one is landing into the void by going off the map. You can easily go off the map. Another one is dying from the legendary chop saw. Another one is going into the water and swimming for too long. And there actually was a 5th way of death in Lumber Tycoon 2 added in 2022, which is what I mentioned earlier, the black box. And then there's actually a 6th way, but it's usable in most Roblox games. Do you guys know? I'm not going to demonstrate it here because I'll die. It's a simple thing called, it's pretty common in a lot of games. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called the reset character button. Lumber Tycoon 2 is pretty much a very safe game. You almost never die in this game. I can't remember the last time I died to something naturally without resetting. It's a pretty safe environment. Did you know that it costs $22, and 25 cents to buy $22.50 to buy 100,000 lumber bucks. That's how much 1,799 Robux is worth about in US dollars. Yes, I'm talking US dollars. So instead of spending $22.50 of US dollars, actually spend a little bit of time to grind. I mean, if you really, grinded Icewood and did it non-stop, I'm going to make a rough estimate here. You could get it in about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. Not bad. So what do you want to do? Spend $22.50 or grind for that amount of time? Plus, if you have stock-up season items, you can easily get $100,000 from other players by selling your stock-up season items. See, these things really make a profit. You can literally open a blue candy bag and have a chance for a cyan candy bar that could be sold at around 300K or 200K. Like casually, a lot of people will pay that much. Did you know that if you and all by yourself started a base from scratch and started purchasing max land and as long as you have the build power and a quick saw unit cutter on a different base, well, basically, all I'm really trying to say is it takes about 5 hours, maybe a little bit more for you guys if you don't have all what I have. If you don't have Super Blueprint, then much longer. But if you have Super Blueprint, it takes you about 5 hours on average to build a door bridge going from your base to the safari, and your base has to be loaded in that spot. Did you know that there used to be a little passageway that you could go down and you can go through a maze to get the many axe that you could buy for 35,000 lumber bucks a piece? The hole got patched and people, you know, would sometimes glitch under there just to get the mini axe. But since then, Defaultio has put a bit of water down there, so now you really can't get the mini axe anymore in the game. You can only get it from other players. There are 7 stores in all of Lumber Tycoon 2. Bob Shack is the only store that does not have any music in there. And it is also a really fun place to stock up in. Also, Bob is the only NPC in the game that will do all this, like, weird and, you know, overly friendly messages. And I'm talking about the ones that sell you items, not like Slam or other NPCs down in the Bluewood Maze. It is also easy to say that Bob Shack is the smallest store in all of Lumber Tycoon 2. All right, this will go into another section here. Did you know that Bob Shack used to be really hard to stock up in? Really, really hard. It used to be really slow. In 2021, there was not multi-purchase and there was not instant item respawn. In 2021, there was multi-purchase, which made it quicker. All right, but you still had to wait for the items to respawn, and there'd be a lot of like dilly-dallying, like, you know, just jumping around the shack. I remember doing that in 2021 and 2020. But in 2022, and obviously 2023, because obviously it's not going to change, there is multi-purchase and instant item respawn. Therefore, grab 3, put them on the counter, put them out the window, and then again, and then again. Just constant stocking up. No waiting this year, and there was no waiting last year. Therefore, whenever there was a couple items in this store here, especially if there was 2 on the shelf, this shop went from having an item, and I'm talking about the Gift of Plump Appetites specifically, it went from being the worst place to stock up on. You know, there was not instant item respawn, so it literally went from the worst place to stock up in to the actual best place just because of multi-purchase and instant respawn. What did I call it? Item instant respawn. I don't know what I even called it. How did I forget that? Should I make this a 1-hour special? I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot of fun watching this. There's a lot of tips and tricks that I know about this game that, you know, you may not know, and you'll find very interesting, like a National Geographic video. I bet you guys didn't know about that Grimace Shake fact, huh? I bet you didn't know about that fact. Let's get into some YouTube facts. As of my knowing, at least, Seniac is the most subscribed to Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTube. And I know this guy doesn't, you know, usually do Lumber Tycoon 2 much anymore and does a crap ton of other things, but he does enough Lumber Tycoon 2 that I would consider it that. Maybe there are bigger YouTubers that played Lumber Tycoon 2 a few times, like the legendary Flamingo, but I would not consider him a Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTuber. He doesn't have that many videos on it. I don't think so, at least. I'm not considering him as a Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTuber. So, as of right now, Seniac is the most subscribed to Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTuber with 829,000 subscribers. In second place comes I'm a Flying Midget with 330,000 subscribers. He unfortunately has stopped uploading a couple years ago, but it looks like there's a new video out or something, and he's claiming that he got hacked. I hope everything goes all right. I think you guys might already know my opinion about this YouTuber, and looks like he's back to uploading. But all I'm going to say here is that this guy is the 3rd most subscribed to Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTuber. And, you know, unlike those 2 other YouTubers that I mentioned, Seniac and I'm a Flying Midget, this guy I'd actually consider even more of a Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTuber than those, but still, I consider Seniac and I'm a Flying Midget as Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTubers. And remember, this is all of my knowing at least. There could be some more channels that I don't even know about, and I could get this all incorrect. In 4th place comes the absolutely legendary, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, and very well known, and pretty much just the master of Lumber Tycoon 2 on YouTube, the king of Lumber Tycoon 2 on YouTube, Heath Haskins, Code Prime 8. He sits at 142,000 subscribers. Out of absolutely everybody I mentioned in this video, this YouTuber is most likely the most well-known Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTuber. A lot of people Watch Heath Haskins Code Primate. In 5th place comes the legendary Game Logics at 127,000 subscribers. And this guy is pretty well known for, well, guy or girl, because I don't know the gender, or they. This person is known for all of the Bluewood guides that they post. Good job. There's still the same music and sequence. Well, I mean, I guess this is the intro, so that makes a little sense. But the fact that this person is still doing this in July of 2023, yeah, look at that. Look at that. I remember watching this person in early 2020 when I used to play Lumber Tycoon 2 on the Xbox before I really put Lumber Tycoon 2 on my channel. And I remember watching their Bluewood videos. And did I say guy? I meant to say person. They are still out here doing the same thing with the lights in the truck. Nice, nice. This is the loudest known Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTuber compared to everybody by a long shot. Also, I heard a little bit of wind about this YouTuber. He's apparently making this video where he spits out a ton of facts that you possibly did not know about Lumber Tycoon 2 before, and LT2 YouTubers as well. I wonder when that's video comes. How did I mess up my words that bad? Wait, oh my gosh, look at the title. Look at the title. Look below. This is the video that's being worked on, and currently it's 35 minutes and 57 seconds into the video. Look at that. You've been watching it this entire time. Great job, people. We still got some time left to do, all right? We still got some more facts to cover. Thanksgivings can be a little bit wonky with timing of when the items will release. Did you know that in 2020, the Thanksgiving items actually released after Thanksgiving for the first time? It released, I think, a day or two after, maybe the 26th or the 27th. I don't quite remember. And they were out for 6 days. Also, they were in the game at the same time as a couple of the Christmas presents in 2020 were in the stores. So they were in the stores at the same time a couple of the Christmas presents from 2020 were in the game. And then they're taken out, maybe a day after. Then in 2021, I believe that is the normal time for how long Thanksgiving items are in the game. It was only in for about 36 hours around Thanksgiving time. Then the year after that, 2022, last year as of when I'm recording this video, was the craziest and most unexpected year. The Thanksgiving items released the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and there was 5 Thanksgiving items that released at once, and then they got out of games not too long after Thanksgiving. As you know, most Thanksgiving items can be cooked, all right? Not the actual sack of bread, but the bread inside. I'm not entirely sure about the Sparkle Time turkey, though. Apple pies, big turkeys, definitely. Not cans of mashed potatoes, because those are freaking cans. Same for cans of cranberries. And, all those other turkeys, they can be cooked in the volcano. Oh, I can't forget about those legendary turkey leftovers. They can be cooked, too. The story behind that is that Defaultio actually released the Thanksgiving item for 2020 late. So he decided to release the turkey leftovers. He was going to release the spicy turkeys in 2020, but because of that little issue and him being late, he decided to switch up the item and release a turkey leg and calling it turkey leftovers to make it seem more appropriate and acceptable. The spicy turkeys were actually added the next year, and for about 36 hours, I believe. Also, to all the Canadian JB DRAGMOTOXBOSS fans, because I know we have some over here, Thanksgiving is actually celebrated 26th, 25th, fourth Thursday of November. I don't know if you guys know that already or not, but just in case if you don't, if you're all shook why the Thanksgiving items come out that time, that's the reason why. It goes by United States standards of celebrating Thanksgiving. Did you know that the OG candy bag, which is the beige one, the purple candy bag, and the green candy bag are normal sized, have about 6-7-ish normal candy bars, and then a pink rare candy bar. But the blue candy bag is actually different. It actually has, I think, about 10 different candy bars. Look at all the different candy bars there. And its rare candy bag, its rare candy is the cyan candy bar. There we go. That's the second time I opened one of those on this video. Here's a classic one that I think everybody got from Electrotech's legendary Did You Know This and That About Lumber Tycoon 2. These trees that are usually known as oak trees are actually called generic trees in the files. Actually, I don't know. Actually, but then there's something where they say there's all the trees in the files don't actually have names, or maybe they do have those names in the file. I think that's what Electra said. But they're called the generic trees, and this is actually called oak trees. Yeah, it's probably in the files. So yeah, elm is actually oak. No wonder the elm looks so much like the oak when I was building that door bridge all on stream last night. And the cherry trees are actually called the very red berry trees. I'm joking. Did you know that past a certain point, wood will not save on your base? I want to warn you guys about this and tell as many people as possible as you can, because a lot of people could lose wood this way. So I'm not entirely sure, and I can't know the exact point, because that would take literally forever to figure out. But past a certain point, I mean, actually those units saved, but to be safe, let's say past a certain point. So this is 8 walls tall, and 8 walls is equivalent to 8 units, aka 8 studs, 64 studs. So my recommendation to you, and by the way, for a little extra one, I use the large floors walls, and everyone should. Even though it's floors, it's more efficient to use large floors rotated on its side as walls. Anyways, past the 64 stud point, so if you put any item higher than 64 studs, maybe not right above it, but I'm just saying it as a general thing. If you put any item over 64 studs, higher than 64 studs tall, it'll be safe. Items will be safe, presents will be safe, wires will be safe. They'll all be safe, but wood will not. It has a chance of deloading and disappearing out of existence forever if you reload the slot with wood higher than 64 studs on your base. Honestly, I think it actually might be 96 studs, or 100 studs maybe, because these items were placed higher than 100 studs. So that might actually be the marking, but to be safe, do not put any items, wood, sorry, do not put any wood above 64 studs. In 2022, about a year ago from now, there was a big bug that happened where wires would disappear off your base when you reloaded them. The official brick had this issue and made a video about it, and Apton happened to see it. So then Apton, contacted Defaultio and fixed the problem. I think he contacted Defaultio anyway. I don't even know. But if you lost wires out of nowhere, try and get contact. Maybe the LT2 fan group Discord server. I mean, I don't really know where to go, but try and look up where you could go to contact Defaultio for help or whatever. Maybe there's a log or something, because there is a bug where wire randomly got lost, all right? And if you got wire lost out of nowhere, you might be able to still get it recovered. I don't know if this goes for colored wires, but it definitely could go for normal wires. They just randomly disappeared one day after you reloaded your base. The official brick has so many freaking wires on his base. He literally said that he had like a big data size, and then it immediately dropped a couple data sizes or a data size just because of that issue. This UFC fighting ring that the official brick made used to be covered in wires on the side as like netting, completely gone in one swoop. And he goes at other places of the base in this video that shows like there's all the little places where wires go, completely gone. He builds a lot of cool things that are like logic or whatever, LT2 logic, Link's logic, whatever. And this really took a huge hit on the official brick when this happened. Whenever you're building a tower or whatever, or a mega tower like me, or whatever, and you're building blueprints, and then you realize, wait, there's not going to be a large floor that's not going to fit here. Do not be like me and be foolish and use small floors, or sometimes even tiny floors. Instead of just using, this is the most efficient you could do here. Obviously the large floor is the most efficient. Then you'll need to go to floor sometimes. But when you get to here, don't use the even smaller floor. What you should do is resort to using this, rotate it, and put it like this. This is the equivalent of, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. The less blueprints you have on a base, the longer it'll take for it to get to a higher data size. The more blueprints you have, the more the data size will fill up. And if you get to data, which brings me to another thing, if you get to data size 20, LT2 will warn you. And if you get too much higher, there has been reports of bases being wiped because they're past data size 20. So be precautious. If you're getting to a point where you're getting close to data size 20, I'm sorry, but you gotta work on building on another base. And, you know, I'll also throw this in here for the same fact here. Buildings, structures, wood, whatever, maybe not loose wood, but structures take up more data size and data space than loose items do. There is a glitch, and do not quote me on this. I'm not sure if it's completely patched or not, but it is said that if you put a sign, I forget who is the origin of this, but if you put a sign in the center and just like the center notch here, if I can get it in there, and then sit in the middle. I don't exactly have it the way it's supposed to go. It's actually kind of hard right now. You sit in the center, you'll like cause the sign to go down, and then reload when the sign is in the center and you're sitting in the center seat. That would weld that together, and then you can end up using a sign and flying with this little machine. I'm not sure if it's patched yet or not. You could try it out yourself, but people used that for spookwood hunting in 2022, and it was discovered in 2022. Very cool. All right, I'll sit on here, and I won't. Oh, never mind. It keeps pushing. You got to be super delicate with it. Something that you may have not known, but this is more of a tip, so I'll just throw it in here anyway. I want this video to get to a frickin' hour, and I'm running out of ideas here. If you ever sell items, sell them on a small base, or maybe a base of max land, but not that many items or structures built on it. Just a nice little simple shop built on it, or if you don't really want to build a shop, I mean, that's fine. I recommend you do build a shop. Perhaps, you know, buy 5 plots, put a nice little shop like me, and load up some shelves. You know, this is a data size 6, and it's not that bad. You know, it's very easy to move items. I can sense that it is getting a little bit harder since it's around that point, but I'm really not going to put that many more items. I mean, in my shop, I overload the shelves with items that I have a lot of, so that's like issue where the lag comes in, but it's not that bad. So, recommendation, do not put a shop on a big laggy base. It'll not be fun for anyone. It'll take way too long to get the items off the shelves. It'll take way quicker for people to get the items off the shelves if it's a smaller base. Plus, you know, people will lag out less, and they can have a more enjoyable shopping experience whenever they shop at your place. You know what? I'll move some of these red balls to an alt account just so that it can be slightly less laggy. If you have a super laggy base loaded in, the way the items will travel will be different whenever you put an item in a truck. So if it is your base, the owner of the base will be able to grab one item in real time, but then the next item you won't be able to grab at all. But if you use an alt account, I'll full screen, don't mind that, you'll be able to get items in, but it'll all be consistently laggy. I don't get how it's less laggy right now, but usually what it'll do is you'll pick it up, and then it'll like very slowly, like just sometimes it'll teleport back, but you'll be able to constantly put them in. Usually it takes longer, but what you need to do is if it doesn't move, just move a little bit, watch it teleport, move a little bit, watch it teleport, like that. See, it's a little shifty there. Then remember, you can always go back to your main account once in a while, check up on it, and get another item in real time. Now, here's what will happen when that process is happening. See, my character just moved on the screen. Well, basically what will happen is, here, I think I can do it again on my main character here. What it'll do is you'll be able to get an item in, but for everyone else, my character will have not put the item in. See, it's putting that item in right now, even though I'm moving around. Am I controlling 2 accounts? No. It's because the character is lagged behind due to lag. So a big tip, use your alt account, or one of your alt accounts, whatever, to move items mostly, and then once in a while get your main account to move an item because it'll be able to move it really fast. I think I literally just wasted some items here. I accidentally, there's all those balls that I had, and all those, they're supposed to be on this base, but the same thing for all those noob heads. It's not the worst thing in the world, because I usually like things in the full presented form, but I lost like a couple items because I forgot to put save items to base. Another tip and trick is to always make sure, always put all permissions on for your other characters. I didn't have save items to base on for Super Sailor because this account only has the golden blueprint. That account does not. So I literally needed to, let me get another truck. I literally needed to have save items to base off so that I could have units from this account saved onto there so that the blueprint power could be used. And so if they saved on this base, it would not have the super blueprint power activated, because this base does not have the super blueprint. Wait, where did I get that truck from? What? If you have not subscribed to JB DRAGMOTOXBOSS by now, I have no idea what you're doing. Go subscribe to JB DRAGMOTOXBOSS. You will receive 2 million IQ. My goal is 1.25k subscribers whenever. If I hit 1.25k subscribers, I will release a very funny skit called the quote-unquote Real Dang Tutorial 3. So, go subscribe for that legendary funny skit. I have one of the biggest tips of all. Do not, and I mean do not, buy a truckload of basic hatchets at an auction for 1 million lumber bucks. I did the math, and Agent Uli even said that he didn't even spend 1k on that entire truckload of basic hatchets. I know that you can take in the peer pressure. You want to seem like, you know, the rich person in Lumber Tycoon 2 that, you know, takes risks and, you know, just does anything. But it is absolutely foolish to buy a truckload of basic hatchets for 1 million lumber bucks. That is absolutely foolish. Even if it's Charlie 10's legendary Mega LT2 bidding event, or 2 or 3 or 4. They happen weekly on Fridays nowadays. Be sure to tune in to stream on Fridays, all right? Just do not though buy a truckload of basic hatchets for 1 million lumber bucks, no matter who sells it. Oh no, I messed up a scene. Oh, that would have been so good. I showed the frickin' live stream from frickin' the big Alti2 bidding event. Oh well. What the frick did I just do? Why? No! No! We have another one here. All right? So, sometimes you might jump in your truck and it won't actually work. Well, it did work for me. That's when it's super laggy. Well, I'll tell you one thing right here. If you have wood in the back of your truck and you decide to hop in your truck and then you jump out and then you literally chop a piece of wood, there's risk that then your character will finally catch up to date and go into the truck. But it'll also register that you chopped the wood. Therefore, you can end up causing the truck to completely fling into the air and for the ice wood to go everywhere. Ice wood going everywhere could move real pumpkins like that, and it'd just be a disaster, and you wouldn't get most of that wood back, most likely, unless you tried really hard. It's not worth getting all that wood if it goes everywhere. Next tip. Next thing you didn't know about Lumber Tycoon 2. This is a very simple one. If you have any items off of your base, they will not save. They will save like within like 2 inches off of it. I'm sorry, I can't tell you, or no, show you. Like maybe from here, pretend this is my character. This is the end of the base. My character's at the end of the base. The end of that wood is how far away from the base that can save. All right. Do not take pink trucks out off the base like me, because you can risk losing them. But I honestly don't even care about pink trucks. And there's so many of them that are duped, and they keep getting handed to me for no reason. Now, these are all the wires that I wanted to show you guys from earlier in the video. Yeah, that's all the wires that are currently in the game. Pink one, just not. It was in the game very briefly. There is a secret little cave, and you can actually open your door and get to it right here. All right. In this cave is the bird axe, or the Twitter axe. All right. There is a boulder in the way, but people have glitched through it to get the bird axe. Now, here's the thing. You're no longer able to get the bird axe because Defaultio patched you even be able to getting it. Kind of like how people got the mini axe when they weren't supposed to. So, you know, Defaultio just does not want that to be obtained anymore. So, blocked it off. Since the blocking off didn't work, then he disabled the abilities for the Twitter axe to be obtainable, to be created. What you would do is you would get a silver axe that costs 2,000 bucks in Woods R Us, 2,000 lumber bucks. You'd take it there, and then you put it on the little pedestal, and then, yeah, you enchant it, I guess. To get to this is the entrance, to get to the fine art shop, I won't be showing you how to get blue wood. I mean, it varies. There's different passages, like you've seen earlier this video. I showed you Game Logics. He does, like, different videos on it. Turn left, then straight, then left again, then keep going this way, follow the path, go this way, then go in this way. Oh no, I went the wrong way. No, I went the wrong way. Don't listen to me there. But I still went the right way. So basically I go in, go right, then go here, then turn here. So that was all correct. But then once I get into here, I go here, I go right. This is the center path. And then I go this way, I continue going down this way, and then I go this way, and that's where the fine art shop is. I was pretty damn close, so, you know. During events, sometimes there will be a pillar that is put in the center here, and on top of the pillar is where the items will be. There's another event where the items will sometimes just randomly be on the ground.
Man, I need to get some words.
Okay. Goja, you're starting to turn into Hugo now. You're just joining and then leaving. You know that?
Timothy.
That's my goal.
No! Don't! I don't want that.
Timothy.
I want to.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I knew you were going beyond. You working on that idea.
Alright.
Lazy.
Here, I'm gonna turn my mic so you don't have to hear my eating.
I had to listen to. Annoyed. Oh, and that's me. Alright, let's purchase these. 15. Oh my god, bro. I'm just gonna put a hole in my wallet.
In the fine art shop, the least expensive item in the shop and in the entire game, and it's available all year round, is the outdoor watercolor sketch for 6 lumber bucks. The most expensive game, and it's in the shop all year round. Yes, you can actually buy this. You can actually buy as many as you want in the shop, right? Oh, fun, right? Buy this. You can buy as many as you want, right? Oh my gosh. Stock up season. Time to stock up on this, right? No! It costs 2,406,000 lumber bucks. Initially, it said 240,600 lumber bucks, which would actually be a slightly more appropriate price, I guess. I don't know. But it really cost 2 million the entire time. 2.4 million. Therefore, someone with the max amount of money can only buy 7 of these, and then they wouldn't have enough money for an 8th. Only 7 of these. That's crazy. Never ever buy that item. It is far too expensive. There are a lot of those. Players have a lot of those, so just get it from a player, buy it from a player. They'll sell it to you for cheaper. I'll sell it to you for cheaper. I sell them for 200k a piece at my shop, JB's gift shop. Okay, 3 more minutes. Did you know that when the ferry was added, I'm pretty sure when it was added, but at least for a huge chunk of time, and even when I used to play, not used to play, I always play this game nowadays. Even when I first started playing this game, it would, hold on, actually I can't really, I'll just buy a ticket to get back here, but I can't really show it, even if I ask for it to be showing the time, there's no really proof, but it used to be 7 minutes. You used to have to wait 7 minutes. Like, once the ferry would land, it would take 7 minutes before it would start moving again. That got cut to 4 minutes, I'm pretty sure, either in 2022 or 2021, sometime within those years. Sometimes the water glitches of where you absolutely cannot see anything, though. When you go in it, I'm pretty sure you still could take damage from the water as if it is there. I don't even remember now, but sometimes that does happen, all right? Maybe, go in a truck and try to go to Palm and see if you survive, but you probably won't, because it'd probably still make you take damage. If you open both of the doors on your vehicle, no matter what vehicle it is, for a truck, no, I hang up on this person, decline the call. If you drive a truck with both doors open and the tailgate open for one of these trucks, if it's just another vehicle and not a truck like this, then it doesn't apply. It'll create a wider hitbox so that there's way less of a chance for this to tip over. See? Did not tip over. Also, you can go to Banana Wood by driving a truck up to each island. But remember, you will take damage when you are in the water, all right? And, you need to wait for yourself to heal, and then eventually you'll get to Banana Wood, and then you can come back and then reset or something. Get a little eye, lower the bridge down to Nton's Wood, then you can get the Banana Wood down, throw it down where the bridge is when it's down, and then just, there's a hole that if you take a left right when you get down to the end times thing, It like teleports stuff to the safari, like a safari hole or something. So throw the banana wood down there, eventually go down that hole, and then throw the banana wood out, and then it'll just be randomly in the safari, and you can pick it up and get it. Defaultio made an entire memorial in this YouTuber's favorite type of. Yeah, I think Defaultio made an entire biome because of this person. The snow glow wood, I think this is called sometimes. It's banana wood, yellow wood. Used to be randomly around the map in 2017 for a Christmas event, but they're taken out of the game. But, you know, they're still in the files and stuff. Well, there's a YouTuber, a Lumber Tycoon 2 YouTuber that passed away named Tic Tac Twerk. Was born 1997 and passed in 2018. Was also friends with Defaultio as well. So Defaultio made a memorial for Tic Tac Twerk and allowed us to get banana wood in honor of Tic Tac Twerk. Also, one last thing you didn't know about Lumber Tycoon 2 is that the bark of the banana wood glows like heck, but the inside of it is not it's not glowing. So it's kind of funny that, you know, there's a couple woods in this game that have a non-glowing bark but a glowing inside. I'm talking about blue wood and sinister wood, but this has a glowing bark, but the inside is just not glowing. It's kind of deceiving too, because like you think you're gonna get a cool glowing yellow wood, but nope, not today. All right, you better go subscribe right now. This video probably took me a very long time to make. I hope it was very interesting. I hope you learned a lot of new stuff that you did not know prior. Share this to your friends. Share this to whoever, I don't know. Share this to the person you're dating. And go subscribe to DRAGMOTOXBOSS for 2 million IQ. Come on, I know you can do it. The rise of DRAGMOTOXBOSS. Here we come. I am literally not going to date for the rest of the year just so I can stock up enough. And I can grow my channel that way. Go subscribe to DRAGMOTOXBOSS. I have too much dedication to this channel. I give up stuff in my personal life for this channel to let it grow.